Okay, so I decided to break up the videos for the diet in several videos because so it doesn't take too long in a single video. And I'm going to start with a little bit of basics. I have some notes here so I don't go off like I always do. So we can have some chronological progress as I start to really dive deep in this journey. So the first of all, very basic stuff. What is the autoimmune protocol? So a much more common diet that the autoimmune diet comes from is the paleo diet. And in a nutshell, the paleo diet is you eat what our ancestors ate 10,000 years ago, right? So 10,000 years ago, they didn't have packaged foods with labels, so you don't also kind of eat those kind of foods with packaged blah, blah, blah label. If you drink milk, in the paleo diet, you can still drink milk, but it has to be more like raw milk, if I remember properly. I haven't taken a look at the guidelines for paleo recently because I have the autoimmune. The paleo is like out of a normal diet, the paleo restricts it quite a bit, but it's still a large selection of items you can eat. You can eat beef, you can eat chicken, you can eat meat of most kinds, right? Liver, you can even drink milk. So it's pretty open. The autoimmune one is significantly more restricted than the paleo, right? It's like a couple notches down. And that is basically for people where their immune system is attacking itself, autoimmune disease, right? So, and the symptoms, most common ones are things like joint pain, fatigue, abdominal pain, diarrhea, brain fog, tissue and nerve damage. Now, I actually have every single one of these very clearly extreme. I mean, abdominal is like the most clear. This is what I have every single day. Even if I nibble on certain like items, like a piece of chicken, it's done deal for days and days. So the only one that's harder to see a clear indication of is nerve damage. Like I do have like finger when I try to like open up mouth and jaw. That clenches throughout the night. But again, there's other other conditions that can have these kind of stuff, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly. But it's when you look at it holistically, when you have every single one of the symptoms and it's getting worse and worse and worse, that's when you can kind of start to diagnose and self-see from what kind of autoimmune disease you might have, right? Because there's a whole family of diseases. All right. So let's see, where's it going to go? The gut is one of the main things in autoimmune. Gut health is one of the main things in health, right? Like gut health is going to be one of the most, biggest industries under health in time to come. So going down, and basically this is just talking about the elimination process and how it works. Basically, it's the whole idea is that, hey, eliminate everything that messes with your body and then have some period of time so you're not messing your body or like eating anything that causes it to be go haywire, and then you can start reintroducing one item at a time and see how you react. That way you can know which one you're having trouble with, because it's that delay in once you eat something and that time it takes. For some people it's like a couple of days it takes. For me, for certain foods, it's like instant, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. And some foods, it does take a day or two before I start to have the reaction. So that kind of delay can really throw people off, right? I mean, really anything for human beings where there's a delay, it can really throw you off. SEO, for example, takes 3 to 6 months a lot of times to see the effect of links. Well, there you go. That's why there's a whole industry where the people have no idea what kind of links work. Only like 0.1% of the people who's like testing it and nerding it out start to get some kind of clue of what kind of links work, because there's a delay. Anyways, so reintroduction phase. Yeah, so this is pretty much an introduction to how the diet works. Now, the last thing I'll say in this intro phase is when you have an autoimmune condition, the best thing you have to do, first of all, is throw away everything you think you know about diet. And especially everything that the normal, average, like definition of a good diet, You're supposed to eat well-balanced meal of healthy foods and fats and vegetables and all that stuff. You're gonna kill yourself if you follow that kind of stuff. So you're supposed to throw it all away and get very granular on what is causing yourself to have reactions, right? If something tells you that, oh, you should be drinking milk for healthier bones, but every time I drink it, you're like throwing up, having stomach pains for days, puking, can't use your fingers, hands, and can't walk, then it's a clear indication that you have to stop drinking that milk, right? Sounds pretty basic, but thought I would say that because I think sometimes people think it's some kind of like thing you're supposed to like, like plow through, right? No, this is not the time where you try to be in like, like a warrior. It's not a business you're trying to grow. You're going to kill yourself. So having that said, let's get into one of the best things that I got after going to, I don't know how many doctors, probably like 30 to 40 doctors, right? In the last like couple of years, you could say. One place only that I got some hope in is actually one not from far from me called the Wellness Center, and it's a doctor that specializes in bioresonance testing. Let me turn off Skype. So, 6 minutes in, I'll take 2-3 minutes to describe bioresonance. Let's see if I can do it in 1 minute. Bioresonance testing, as I understand, right, because it's pretty wonky, and if you're the first time you hear it, it sounds very wonky. And it started working for me, and I still think it's wonky and weird. So, but this is what it is. Everything has a frequency in the universe, right? Everything has a frequency, it waves. Literally everything. So, it's a machine that can take an item and put that item's frequency into you and get a frequency back from your body to see how you react to it, right? So what it literally works like is a device where you can put like anything. You can put like a drop of tomato, or you can put like an apple, or meat, or any kind of stuff item. You put it in the machine, and you have these devices you hold with your hand, and the machine, what it does is takes the frequency of the beef, if you put that, and it sends it through your body, and your body sends up signal back, which gives us data. So a lot of the data is hard to understand. I had a better idea when I was sitting from the doctor, but that's the introduction in a nutshell of how bioresonance works. Now, what's important is what kind of readings you get particular to your body, right? And this is going to let you know what you react to, right? Think of it as like a food allergy test, like a basic food allergy test where you could go and they put like, peanut, and then they put different stuff and see which one has an allergic reaction to or not. Think of it like that, but far like times 1,000, right? So like if the food allergy test is like in SEO devices, I would say it's like SEMrush. Think of bioresonance testing as like the Quora of your body. At some point, I'm gonna have to stop doing SEO references. That's not gonna make sense anymore. So having that said, what I basically got is a list of medicine where I got not just the medicine. For example, my multivitamin is not just a normal multivitamin, but it's one where it doesn't have any of the elements what I had a reaction to, which is, if you're watching this or something in the future, when people with autoimmune start to watch my videos, you're gonna understand that this should be a huge aha, because a lot of them, even basic health supplements like multivitamins or vitamin C or a vitamin especially multivitamins, it could have other elements that you are reacting to. For example, I can't have rice anymore, right? I can't have any grains. You're not supposed to eat any grains on autoimmune anyways, or anything that comes from a seed, grain, etc., wheat. Stay far away from it. But one of the multivitamins that I had tried in the past had something called, I think it was called lecithin, don't quote me. And I had a reaction to that multivitamin. I was like, holy shit, I can't even take a multivitamin. But once I went and got a bioresonance test, and they gave me a brand of multivitamin which doesn't have any of that stuff that I reacted to from the testing, it's working out fine. So I'm able to take something that's good for me and giving my body some kind of building blocks to work itself out, right? And I have a bunch of other things that I'm taking, and I will break into those as I go through into making more of these videos. All right, so now we got through baseline autoimmune health and diet, right? Where to start. So go through, eliminate everything right off the bat. Just go cold turkey. The further you wait from doing this, the more you'll be getting worse. There's no way out of it, right? So if you're a beginner and just finding out what the hell's going in my body, boom, start this diet right away. Boom, that's it. Next, get a bioresonance test, okay? And find out exactly what your body reacts to, and then you'll be able to build a plan, a diet plan that is not going to cause it to react. So I'll end this video here because that's going to be this phase 1. Next video, I will go into my diet and findings that I got from reading like 3 books, which I briefly showed in the first video I made on the on this playlist, and go into the findings that I'm getting from that. Can't find my mouse.